What's up, y'all? It's your boy DtaeNoDinero, man. Back at it again with another video, man. I told y'all I was coming back with some more bangers, and I had to go get camera ready, so don't worry about this old. I'm talking about the lineup. From the last time I had a Louis on and stuff like that. I put my shirt on too, so in case anybody got tired of seeing me with my shirt off, keep me up with my shirt on. But we back at it again with another video, man. So today, man, we about to be coming to y'all with some real stuff, man. So I mean, it's my perspective on everything. So today's topic that I really want to come at y'all with is elevating and how you block your blessings by not cutting off the right ties when you're trying to elevate in life. Grab me a chair. What y'all talking about? Use that? What y'all thought I was about to sit down in there? Yeah, okay. No, y'all, I'm gonna get up close and personal with y'all. You feel me? What up, though? You feel me? But you know, we all go through different phases in life. I mean, when I say we all go through different phases, I mean literally every single last one of us. I'm talking about phases that start off in the physical and phases that start off in the mental. Phases that you go through in the physical, the mental, the spiritual, the emotional, financials, relationships, and so on and so forth. But where I'm going with this is that when you elevating up to the next level and you can call yourself accomplishing something or succeeding or obtaining something that you've worked hard for, there is something that you have to that everybody has to do, and that you have to understand, and it's sacrifice. A lot of times, some of us try to take the wrong people with you to the top, and there's a lot of different things that happen when you take the wrong people with you to the top. You got celebrity rappers that got killed by their own friends, childhood friends, and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna just maximize that situation and just get that out the way. But when you elevating and you call yourself moving up levels, it also comes with sacrifice. It's literally just a natural consequence of elevation. It's a natural consequence of elevation. And there's nothing bad about it. But sometimes us being humans, we're connected to that part of our body that's emotional, and we've built those connections with people. And sometimes it's hard to cut those connections off. Well, I'm here to tell you that it is a necessity that you do make the right cuts, or you set the right, strong, firm boundaries with certain people, or even with yourself. Matter of fact, take people out. You need to set them boundaries or set them boundaries with yourself. Not allow nobody to cross them, or they're getting snipped, or you need to make those snips now. I'm telling you this because this is real. This is real. Focus is the #1 thing that everyone has to have when you want to be successful in life. You have to be focused. You can't allow anything to throw you off, because if you do, there's what? Kids. What? There's jail. What? You got your record messed up. You lose your job. So get kicked out of school. Car breakdown. Now you can't even make it to work. I don't know. I mean, I like to maximize things for people because people like to make excuses. So I just maximize it and get it out the way, because no excuses around here. Ain't no excuses around here. Everybody got some sort of responsibility in every situation. But I ain't that person though, so I ain't come here to talk about that. I came here to tell y'all that why it's a necessity that you make those snips and those cuts, or set those boundaries. This is a deep topic. for anybody to talk about, especially when you're gonna post it on here. Because maybe you got friends that you never even had this conversation with. They may think that you've been distant lately anyways, and now they may feel like you want to cut them off. That's not the case. I'm talking about what I've been through in life, and some of the cuts that I've had to make. You know what I mean? So it's a deep topic for everybody. You know what I mean? And most of us don't even want to admit it, and we're not even going to, probably ain't even stuck around long enough to even hear this because you ain't making those cuts. But it could be your girlfriend, it could be your wife, it can be your mother, it could be your father, it could be a brother or sister or a friend, it could be a coworker or a boss. It could be a landlord, it could be anybody. You never know what the agenda is at the end of the day. But you know what your agenda is at the end of the day. And the only thing that you can do is stay focused to that agenda. That's why it's called an agenda. I mean, look up to the word agenda. It's going to pop up. Some sort of like planner or book or something like that. I'm telling you to stay focused on this planner and book. A planner is something that you write down in there. So tell yourself what you're going to do ahead of time. Ahead of time. Not in the present, ahead of time. So what I'm telling you, man, when it comes to the agenda, stay focused to yours. Because you never know. And when it comes to elevating for yourself and your own reasons, you really can't afford that. You know what I mean? You really can't afford that. You can't afford that at all. Now, let's be honest here. Have some of us afforded it already? Yes. Me personally, I've made several hiccups and bumped my head several times through the course of my life. But now I'm at a point now where I'm grasping a better understanding of it, and I want to share my knowledge of this with you guys. And I want to tell you that this starts off at literally ages you wouldn't even think it started off at. But because you're told you're a kid and you live in this different world than the rest of society, then those things, you don't think those things apply to you. But they do, and they start off at an early age. I'm talking about even if you're just a kid in elementary, junior high school, and you're a female on a cheerleading team or the math line, or you're a basketball player or a football player. I'm telling you, if you don't make the necessity cuts of your friends or distance yourself from the wrong things coming up, because I'm not going to say you can distance, you can't cut off family as a kid, but you can distance yourself and not agree with certain things. And I'm sorry if it just doesn't apply to you if you live and you came up in a household where it was rough. But for the most of us, I can tell you didn't have it that bad. And we didn't make the necessity cuts. And that's why things didn't work out for us. I'm not talking about the lucky people. I'm not talking to the lucky people that made it to D1 and didn't make it no further than that. I'm talking to the people right now that didn't make it even out of elementary. Because you had your opportunity and you knew it then. But you didn't do but when you got to college or high school, the challenges became a little more difficult. Because then it wasn't even challenges, it was just distractions. You feel me? The partiers got wilder. The women got better. And that goes on for women, and if you've had to, you know what I mean, take a few steps backwards because you didn't make the necessary cuts in your life in order for you to maintain that whatever you work for. So, yeah, that's where I'm going with this, man. That's where I'm going with this. I feel like everybody needs to know that they need to make certain cuts in life. You got to, because it's a part of growth. It's a part of growth. It's part of growth. You know what I mean? Look at trees. Look at trees. Trees grow all the time, right? But leaves fall off all the time and they grow back. It's a part of growth. No one ever said you can go back and hang out with your friends. But when you're still working on getting something and obtaining something and you just elevated another step, then you have to make the necessity cuts that you need in order to keep going. It's a part of the plan. It's a part of the plan. I play a lot of basketball, so I like to use basketball references, but look at the bench warmers. So many bench warmers in the league that got rings that never even played in any of the games. Like, wow. But they literally got a ring. It's just a part of the process. It's literally just a part of the process. Now, you can always come back and hang out with your peoples. But like I said, it's a part of the process. You work hard for something, you take 10, 20, 30 steps forward, and then you up and out of nowhere decide to take 45, 50, 60 steps backwards. I don't think you're just going to be able to just go back up there that easily. So that's something for you to determine if you really want to go back and hang out with people that's not even thinking about you. I want to stay on topic here because there's going to be a lot of these videos. I want to engage with y'all, get y'all to engage back, tell me what y'all want to talk about, you feel me? But I'm going to be coming back with some more content too, you feel me? I seen this video on Facebook, African American male somewhere in like North Carolina, he got arrested because the police, I guess, seen some marijuana plants growing on an abandoned house or an abandoned church or something like that in the neighborhood. And since I guess he was the closest house to it, he was the prime suspect. And I'm like, that'd be a good video to talk about, you know what I mean? With my followers, but my subscribers or whoever y'all want to, with everybody. I ain't gonna say it with everybody. I ain't gotta subscribe to me. I ain't nobody. Yeah though, man. Yeah, it's your boy DtaeNoDinero, man. We out.